Okay, so this is going to be a video on the trade I took that made me around $7,000, and this was the trade that also pushed me over $10,000 this month. So it's my first 10k plus month. I made around $11,000 this month, which is obviously great. So I'm going to be going through this in this video, showing the trade I took, showing the proof, and breaking down exactly why I took the trade. So yeah, we'll get straight into the video. Okay, so I'm just after entering a Euro USD position on my three accounts, on my $31,000 account and on my two 100k accounts. So I will be showing that. As you can see, it does say demo account. For those of you who don't know, funding companies do use demo accounts connected to trade copiers, because obviously I'm funded for 230,000. They're not just going to put that in my account and let me run away with it. You know, they have to protect themselves. So they do, when you do pass a challenge and you get funded, they give you a demo account that is connected by a trade copier to a real account. And this is how you make profit. This is how you get your payouts. So yeah, this is my $31,000 account, currently in around break even. I will go over to my other 100k accounts and show you the trade taken when it loads. Okay, so this is just around break even on this account. This is my first 100k account, and my second one, I'll log in. As you can see here, this is the trade taken on the second 100k account. So I'm going to just go through the trade really quickly. As you can see, close above daily structure, coming down, testing daily structure, testing major support and resistance level, came back into my zone, so broke above my zone, came back into my zone, testing the hourly 382, testing the hourly EMA, gave this 15-minute engulfing, basically right off London Open. So I entered with my stop loss below the zone and my take profit all the way up here at around 1.1 for 3.5%. So if I can hold up until there, should be a very nice trade. So we will see how it plays out. Okay, so obviously this is how the trade is after playing out. It took around 7 hours, I'd say, and I closed out around a 3.2, I think, around there. But I'm going to come back and break this down, but first I'm going to show you the proof inside the client area of FTMO. So inside here you can see these are the three accounts I took the trade on. If you look in the last video, the login numbers are still the exact same. So I'm going to go into each account and show you the proof. So on my smaller account here, as you can see, you know, payout ratio, profit split day, all this, profit 978, profit split was successfully processed. If I come down to the bottom, you can see 1.95 lots, about 7 hours, 984 on this account. Going back to my first 100k account then, you can see, you know, same thing. Profit 3,132, profit split was successfully processed. Down here, exact same thing, 7 hours, 50 pips, just a larger lot size. Same trade, just use a larger lot size because it's a bigger account. So 3,150 on this account, and on my second 100k account, it is this one here. So yeah, same thing there, you know, I take the same trade on both accounts. So 3,130 on this one, profit was successfully processed, and you can see here, exact same trade, 6.24 lots, 7 hours, 3,150, same thing. So basically between these three accounts for this trade, I made around 7,200, 7,300. As you can see, this trade was the trade that actually pushed me over the 10k plus a month, which is my first 10 grand plus month so far, which is obviously great. As you can see, this period ended on the 15th of November, and I showed this in the last video. I made around 3,900 between these accounts, and around 7,200, 7,300 between these three accounts. So that is around just over 11,000 for the month. But as you can see, in this whole 2-week period, I only took one trade, and I made the 7,300 from it. So this just shows the power of my approach to trading now. I used to trade a lot more actively, but now I like to select the most high probability trades that I can and aim for a lot higher risk to reward to really get the most out of these trades. So I trade less now, but it's actually proven a lot more effective, and this is the power of trading. Now, I'm still making consistently the same amount of percentage per month, but because I'm scaling up to larger amount of funding, obviously the profits are increasing. So I'm not going to go too much into this on this video. I will make a separate video going through like the steps I kind of went through working my way up to making this 10 grand a month, and how I really achieved it. But that will be for another video. So I'm going to go over and show you the trade that I took. Okay, so why I took this trade is actually very simple. I am a pro trend trader, as I've said quite a lot, which means I trade with the direction of the trend. And at this moment, obviously we are after breaking this low at the moment here, but at this moment here in time when I took the trade, we were very, very bullish, you know. So my whole reasoning behind taking this trade was that we had pushed down and rejected structure here, and we had closed back above here like this, you know. And typically what will happen with price is when price is, say, moving bullish, you know, we will see a series of higher highs and higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, something like this. You know, typically it's not always this perfect. It won't ever really be this perfect, you know. This is an ideal picture of a market structure, but we'll typically see a high, a higher high, higher low will come down and test structure, creating a higher low at the previous higher high point, and we will see this kind of pattern occur, you know. It's never really that perfect, but you know, as you can see here, if I look left when it was trailing bearish, you can see a perfect example of this. We have this low here, lower high, lower low. Price comes back up to test this low and creates a lower low. Then price comes back up. Where does it test? The previous lower low before pushing down, making a lower low. Where does this lower high occur? At the previous lower low, and we push down. So this is pretty much market structure, and this is really what I follow trading. So obviously when I saw this higher low be created and reject structure, I was going to be expecting a higher high. So with that being said, when the daily closed this way, I simply had this zone marked out, which is a major support resistance level throughout here, and we had created daily structure here also. I did want to get in on the previous trading day where price had came back in and rejected, but the two times rejected here was 1 o'clock in the morning and about 2 or 3 in the day. But I am a London session trader. My strategy, I have designed it specifically for London session, so I only really trade early London, so I will not take a trade if it's not in my trading hours. But this is another way that I will enter into trades, is when I see support being formed at an area. So I saw price had broken above and it had formed support in this area multiple times. And why is it support? Because it's supporting price. Price is rejecting this area. So when I saw price had formed support, all I was going to be waiting for the following day was that if price would come back into the zone again and show me rejection, which it did. So when price came back in, the next day, when price came back in the next day, it came back into my zone and gave this very strong bullish engulfing down here, just after London Open, which was 8:15. Very strong entry signal. This is just one of my entry signals. It's probably the most common entry signal I use to get into trades, and I put my stop loss below the zone and I targeted the next level of resistance. So as you notice as well, quite commonly what I use as well is the 50 moving average. You see it acts as a dynamic level of support and resistance. You know, it does respect it very well, and this was in my zone also. And what I also had was a Fibonacci drawn from the low here to the high, which was a 382 level. You know, the Fibonacci is just a tool for measuring the percentage pullback. This shows it was a 38.2% pullback. And as I say quite often, in strong bullish trends, price typically does come back and reject the 382 before pushing to the upside. So what I notice, we have a 15-minute bullish engulfing in my zone right here, where price has already formed support multiple times. As well as that, we have the 50 moving average here in a strong bullish uptrend. So what is the probability that price is going to go up rather than down? I think there's a way higher probability that price is going to go up. So this is why I took the trade, and I targeted the next level of resistance, which is up around here. And why did I target up here? Because as you can see, clearly from, you know, here, this and here. This is quite commonly a level that when it was pushing up, it did reject around here, and it did in fact, I'm very happy with my take profit, it did in fact reject very heavily from this area. Obviously I made 3.2% out of this trade. I could have made an extra percent, I'd say, but you know, I'm pretty happy with my 3.2%. Anything over 3% I make on my strategy, I'm very happy with. My strategy, I only tagged around 3 to 1. So yeah, this is why I took the trade. So this really concludes the breakdown. I will be doing another video quite soon of how I did make my first 10k month. And I will be going through the steps of how I achieved it and how you could also do it, like what steps that I would take in order to work your way up to that. So with that being said, be sure to like and subscribe, and I thank you for watching. So I'll see you next time.